Welcome to YouGoin Pro channel. This is very own Coach Larry, and today's episode is going to be on learn how MLB Cal Raleigh did the impossible. I want to make sure you understand that you can do it as well. But before I get into that, I want to make sure that I give you a little story, a little history about this Mr. Cal Raleigh. You know, Cal Raleigh entered into the 2025 MLB Home Run Derby, and he's a champion, which we know. But his journey didn't all start out the way looks now. Back in the day when he was in college, he had committed to Clemson, but he had signed with Florida State, played, had great accolades, did some great things. But there was one summer that he played summer ball. And when he was playing summer ball, he hit 206. I'm gonna repeat that again. He hit 206. Now this is the home run. This is the home run king here in 2025. Even earlier that, as a kid, he was a little kid. If you look it up, he spoke things into existence. He was a little kid and he spoke that he was going to be the home run derby king. That's right. There's a video. He said, "I will win the home run derby one day." And he did. Today, here on YouGoin Pro channel, we're going to talk about how to break down 3 of the most powerful lessons that Cal's journey, and you can follow the same path as well. Tip 1, he has extreme faith. Baseball is a game that there's a lot of things can happen. Ups, downs, great things, bad things, failures 50% of the time, sometimes more than that, most of the time. But with that, I want you to know that Cal struggled. He struggled, but he didn't fold. He stayed rooted in what he believed in. That's the kind of faith that will hold you. Don't take it personal. He didn't take it personal. That inner voice says, keep going. It ain't the end. It's not the end. It's just the beginning. You can't quit. You can't give in. Faith is something that you don't see, but you believe it. The existence of what you're believing for. Extreme faith. That's tip 1. But I'm going to give you something that you can do that I personally believe that can work for you. And number 1 is this. This is an action step. I'm going back to Cal when he was a kid. When he was a kid, he told himself he's going to win the Major League Baseball home run derby. And he did. But the thing is, he spoke it to existence. He spoke those words, those exact words, with that extreme faith. The action step is you have to speak it, but not just to speak it. I strongly suggest you to write it down. We all live in the technology industry, social media, AI. That's good, but let's go back to the basics. When you write it down, you have more chance of remembering it. I know that for a fact. There's things that I write down, I can remember it a lot quicker than if I put it on this phone. You put it on the phone, and it's there. So many things go through your head, but if you write it down, then you read it and you see it. Write it, see it, and then believe it. But you should believe it first, but most people don't. Sometimes you have to build your faith up to have that extreme faith. Write it, see it, believe it, and then do it. The manifestation always comes later. So, but first and foremost, write it down, see it, believe it. Put that on your dream board. Make a dream board. Or put it on a sheet of paper, some stickies, or whatever the case may be. Let me give you an example. I got stickies all over. I got stickies all over the place, all over my paper, all over my wall. I'm reading those things, getting prepared for this, getting prepared for that. Because once you start reading it, seeing it, you will believe it. But believing should be the first step. But for the ones that are just building it up, write it down, read it every day. Let that give you fuel every day as you work towards that goal. as I stated. That's tip one, extreme faith. Tip two, this is something that Cal Riley does as that little boy talking to himself. Tip two, laser focus on improving. I mean, you have to be laser focused. If you go back into some other videos, I talked about some very Hall of Fame like guys, all-star guys that's been in the league, that's not in the league anymore. If you look back, we talked about Ken Griffey Jr., we talked about Barry Bonds, and we're talking about their talents. We're not talking about what people want to talk about. Let's talk about their talent, the things they accomplished. Also, we talked about some other great, Freddie Freeman, we talked about them. They all have similarities, if you think about it. Aaron Judge, they all have similarities. They're laser focused on improving. They let nothing stop them. Nothing. They're training all the time. They're focused when they're in the cage. They're writing notes. Back to that note part again. And they're getting instruction from coaches. They're taking this all in. So tip two is stay laser focused. Cal didn't get any better by just guessing. He didn't just get better just by guessing. Okay, I'm guessing. Oh, trying to figure this out. No, it don't work like that. You got to be strategic, laser focused. He was locked in. A lot of times people say they're locked in and they're not locked in. Let's just be honest. They got distractions. They got emails. They got texts. How are you going to be focused trying to get to the next level and be in home run king or just win anything in life? You got to be locked in. You got to study your swing. You got to fix the flaws. You got to grind it with intentionally grinding, intentional. Like I just said, you got to be strategic. So record every at bat. These are the action steps. Record every at bat. Set a goal every week to improve on something. Every week. Let's just take it step by step. Track your progress. No wasted reps. Train with purpose. Those are the action steps for laser focus that you can do every day. I'm going to repeat it again. Record your at-bats. Set a weekly goal. Track your progress. Don't waste any reps. And train with purpose. So I know guys that just go out and just swing. I'm trying to hit the fence. I'm trying to hit over the fence because the fence is only 300 feet. I'm going to try to hit it out. That's not purpose. That's not intentional. You're wasting time. There's a time and a place for things. You're trying to get to the next level. You're trying to hit like Cal Riley did. Stay laser focus. Tip three goes back to another thing we talked about before. You got to have plate discipline because plate discipline brings power. It's like plate discipline. You have to be like, intentional. You have to be a disciple at the plate. Don't start chasing bad pitches. That's tip three. Tip three is plate discipline. We all want to hit over the fence, but that cannot be your main goal. Just have that in your mind, but when you start thinking at the plate, you get problems. That's not discipline. What I mean by that is to hit home runs, you don't chase bad pitches. Cal learned to master his strike zone. You have to master your strike zone. What is your strike zone? I was watching a video a couple of days ago, and Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Bagwell, back in the day, and every time they get to the plate, they go through the motion to get maybe 2 or 3 practice swings when they get in the batter's box, when they are at the plate. That's where they want the pitcher to throw the ball. That's their strike zone. That's the zone they dare you to throw the ball in. You have to be controlled at the plate. You have to know that you control your own game, not the pitcher. His job is to throw it where the catcher puts it, puts his glove. Your job is to use that bat and catch it and hit it with the bat. Think about that. Think about that. So action steps during batting practice or a game. I don't think you should do it in a game, but during batting practice, you challenge yourself. Swing it only one pitch. That's your pitch. Just swing it one pitch. Just go through the motions and challenge yourself. Don't do this in the game during batting practice. I would say challenge yourself to only swing at your pitch. That's an action step. And then chart how often do you chase bad pitches. So have someone to watch you and record it. That goes back to the action step we talked about earlier. You know, if you want more power, you're going to have more discipline. More power, more discipline. Now, tip 4. I'm giving you this bonus tip. I said I'm going to give you 3, but I'm going to give you 4. Tip 4, humility and work smarter, not just harder. When I say humility and working smarter, basically I want you to understand that Cal didn't just go out there and grind blindly. He had to make adjustments. He had to listen and learn and found out what is the smartest way to train. So, no ego. The ego's got to go. Xing God out. The ego has to go if you want to go to the next level. Because when you take the ego out, the growth comes immediately. So, humility and smart work. In other words, with that, I'm going to break it down again. Cal didn't just go out there grinding just to grind. He had made adjustments as he was grinding. He made adjustments. He had to listen. He had to learn. And he found smarter ways to train. So in other words, you're always being adaptable and making adjustments. When I say adjustment, that doesn't mean change your swing. Adjustments how you think about things. Adjustments how you see the picture. Adjustments how he pitched this and you did this and how you reacted. Take the ego out and you will start growing. And the action step is this. Ask yourself daily, is what I'm doing helping me grow? So when you're doing your work, ask yourself that question. What I'm doing right now is helping my growth for where I want to get to. And ask someone to give you some feedback. And we're not talking about people that like you, people that you may not know of, someone that's a trainer or someone or a coach that doesn't have any invested interest. Don't just outwork others. I want you to outthink others. Think about the next pitch. Think about what he's going to throw and how you're going to respond. Now, you do this before the game, during practice. Don't do this in the game. Strongly suggest. So, today's topic was learn how MLB Cal Raleigh did the impossible. And you can do it too. But you have to take these steps and take it serious. Take these things serious. With that, I'm closing out. See yourself walking up, winning the batting practice challenge or whatever, or you guys may have a home run derby. See yourself doing this. Think about that video clip I told you about Cal Raleigh when he was a kid. It's on YouTube. You can't miss it. He talked about it. He spoke things in existence as a kid. He dreamed as a kid. I want you to start dreaming like that. So even if you're like Cal hit 206 in that summer league I told you about in college, 206. So you may be hitting 206. Don't mean you have to stay 206. Now, take these things serious. Do them every day. Take these action steps. I can guarantee you some things are going to change. Because when you change your thinking, you change your results. You change your results, you change your actions. Your actions becomes your life, becomes lifestyle. So you always are making adjustments. So with that, stay faithful, stay focused, stay disciplined, and stay humble. If you can do that, I'm guaranteed things are going to change. You can do this, just like Cal Raleigh did when he was a little kid, having that dream. So if you like any of this or anything, or you're trying to chase greatness, I'm giving out weekly videos. YouGoin Pro we're motivational, we're inspirational, but we're impactful. We're empowering the next level of baseball for people that want it. That's why we help athletes develop proficiency, assisting their passion for the game they love. Hit that subscribe button and then like. As I stated before, write it, see it, believe it, and do it. Hey, you're just one decision away from a breakthrough. Hey, this is Coach Laurie. Hope you enjoyed today. I want to see some results. Leave some comments. We love you guys. Bye-bye.